So this past week, I had one of the most unique events of my life. It was for the Salt Lake Chamber, and they had already sold 1,300 tickets. They didn't want to break their promise to their clients and everybody that was planning on going to this huge, beautiful dinner and evening honoring our governor and the Giant in Our City award that he was receiving. And so instead of having it at the beautiful Grand America Hotel in downtown Salt Lake City, what did they do? They rented out the drive-in theater. Yeah, it was totally bizarre. But at the same time, it was amazing. I mean, they pulled it off. It was so fun. And I took my wife along. She videoed some of what you'll see, some of the footage. The audio's not so great. The video is, dark and then light and so forth. But I hope you enjoyed just kind of the experience. It was my first event back doing anything live in front of anybody. At the same time, though, it was a little bit different, of course. I mean, people were driving in their cars. They had to stay in their cars. The governor was trying to say hello to everybody from a distance, and people had masks, and people were trying to be socially distanced. Cars were trying to park far away from each other. We were wiping down microphones to be able to interview people. I saw a bunch of my friends, Gail Miller of the Utah Jazz, and Scott Anderson of Zion's Bank. I even got to meet President Elder Uchtdorf of our church and his wife, which was such a thrill. Introduced my wife as well and showed him my nose wiggle. He thought that was funny. And so he's one of the greatest speakers in the world. Fun to meet him and one of my heroes. I got to do my act. They wanted 15 minutes of music and comedy, but we couldn't project it onto the screen because it was too light outside still. And so while we were waiting for the time to get dark enough to show the videos of the governor accepting his award and showing sponsors and so forth, I did a show in the projector room to the sound guys, and it was on an FM transmitter radio to all the people in their cars. I mean, it just kind of gets weirder, it seems. But at the same time, I so admire the Salt Lake Chamber of Commerce for keeping their promise to their client, for inviting me to be a part of this cool event. I've never seen anything like it. Don't know if I'll ever do another thing like it. But in this pandemic time, this quarantine, they did all they could to keep the rules and do their best, and I'm really impressed with what they did. It was fun to be a part of it, and I hope you enjoyed this video. At the movie theater, the drive-in theater, look at the cool old-time projector and reel. Well, this is where I'm performing tonight. I'll be doing my act right here to that air conditioner. And they'll all be out in their cars outside. Wow. What we'll do for a gig. This is it. It's called The Promise of Doing Whatever It Takes. Good. Good. Looking forward to this is wild, huh? You doing okay? All right. Good, good. We need more happy homes. Let's hear them real quick. Go. There's a few more. We're going to get the hang. Well, I'm actually very excited because I'm standing here with some very important people tonight. You've been wonderful guests right now. Thank you for... Everybody honk for 50 years. Come on, let's hear it. That's incredible. There you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, put your horns, lay your horns down, put your hands together, give it up for the governor and the first lady. We are so grateful that they're here tonight, and let's do some California girls. What do you think? They missed the bunny rabbit. That was good too, wasn't it? This is my wife, Tammy, right here.
Hi. Hello, nice to meet you.
Good to see you. Thank you very much. One of my dear friends and also a past winner of this amazing award, Giant in Our City. And yes, you are also a past recipient of Giant in Our City. It's so wonderful to see you, my friend.
It's good to see you.
Of course, you're here with
my wife, Janet.
the lovely Janet. Hi, Janet.
It's the first drive-in we've been to in probably 35 years.
That was my pleasure. Do you remember? All right, everybody, we hope you enjoyed the tunes, the sponsor interviews, as well as here I am to broken arms. Love is still there, but I can't wash my head with broken arms. This is so weird performing this year. I am just performing to a couple of sound guys that have heard me way too many times. Get into wondering what is happening here. This is fun. Oh, Rudy, Tutti Frutti, oh, Rudy, Tutti Frutti, oh, Rudy. Ba ba do ba 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 ba. Got a girl named Daisy, almost driving me crazy. Something very special prepared to start. You see, you need to be doing and these circumstances. Well, that was interesting. I've rarely performed for no one, but there I am on that screen. National anthem.
You guys.